Action after the court dismissed his suit against INEC is Umar Ardo, promoter of the All Democratic Alliance. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the program.
Morning. Thank you very much.
Well, Dr. Ardo, you've been in the news, so it's a great thing that you are now here with us so that we can ask you some urgent issues. Now, with regard to ADA, the Court of Justice Emeka Nwite has dismissed your matter to say that it was procedurally flawed and it was incompetent in terms of its presentation. So what's next? Are you going to still go to the Court of Appeal, realizing that, all these things are time-bound? But the more important issue in which you have been involved is your fight against the Nigerian Democratic Congress. You were quoted as saying that even if everybody accepts the NDC, that you will, as one man, fight against it because it was not properly registered. Now, an allegation that the chairman of the party, the founder of the party, the leader of the party, countryman Siriake Dixon, has dismissed as totally irrelevant. Those two issues. Your party was next, and then your issue with NDC. Have you gone to court? Do you have any hope in stopping NDC?
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Abati. Actually, yesterday, the Federal High Court dismissed our case on the basis of a preliminary objection raised by those two guys who joined us, that we ought to have come through writ of summons and not through originating summons. Now, the preliminary objection was raised by the joiners. Now, they knew that we were there through originating summon, and they joined. So our lawyers did not see fit, to amend and then go through writ of summons. So, but you see, I'm not a lawyer, but the issue of preliminary objection is an issue of law. It's not an issue of facts. For me, I just provide the facts, and then it's the lawyers that will lawyer it. So if there is any problem, then it is from the lawyer's side. Now, we are going to collect the CTC of the judgment. We are going to look at it, and then we will look whether we need to test its veracity at the appeal court. Most likely, we are going to do so. I would like to finish what I start. I think we will go up to the Supreme Court, to resolve this matter. With regards to the time, as I told you on this matter before, we are not registering ADA simply because of 2027. There are going to be elections and more elections and more elections. We want an alternative that is the right alternative. And we believe that ADA is the right alternative, given even the way we try to register it. We bend backwards to fulfill each and every requirement of the Constitution, of the Electoral Act, and of the guidelines of INEC. We did. And the matter was not determined on its merit. It was determined on preliminary objection. And I want you to also understand that everything in life is in their dynamic opposites. Everything in life is in their dynamic opposites. If there is left, there is right. If there is up, there is down. If there is hot, there is cold. So whether it is natural or artificial, they have dynamic opposites. So if a court or if a judge wants to dismiss a matter, he will only look at the other side of that dynamic and then take that side. And I think that is what the Honorable Judge did yesterday.
Okay. I'd like to get a deeper understanding of your motives, because, when you look at some of the statements from some of the leadership of ADA, it's interesting that ADA already seems to have factions without even being registered, because the National Publicity Secretary, some other leadership of the party have distanced themselves from your moves. They say they support NDC, that they are solidly behind a multi-party democracy and a strong opposition, and that maybe some of your grievances should be better taken up against INEC as opposed to a fellow opposition member of the opposition. So what is your real motive in what you're doing? Because your party is not backing you.
Oh, you got it wrong. Actually, before our party made that press statement, we agreed in principle to make that statement in order to distinguish Dr. Umar Ardo and ADA. So, and since my opposition to the NDC, it is not on behalf of ADA. It is as a result of our effort to register the ADA that we got to know, personally I got to know that NDC did not participate in the registration process. NDC did not participate in the registration process. And let me explain.
Before you explain, sir, because before you explain, sir, let's read a portion of that statement. It says that for now, ADA has not been fully registered. As Democrats, we cannot be seen to be pulling down the only standing opposition house while we are still building our own. That sounds to be a divergence with you going after NDC, which can be interpreted as pulling down another opposition party while you're trying to build your own.
Yeah, you see, the National Publicity Secretary made this statement based on what we agreed in principle, but we did not agree in the wordings. Now, when they published it, I looked at it, I said the wordings were certainly not, as we agreed, but no problem at that whatsoever. You see, he will make this statement because he doesn't know the facts with regards to the NDC. And it is also factually not true to say that just because you oppose NDC, you are opposing all the opposition parties. There are 21 political parties in the country now registered, 21. And the only one that is governing is the APC. And the one that I am opposing is the NDC. There are 19 more opposition political parties. And so why I oppose NDC, and I need to explain that so that the castigation against me and then the misunderstanding by a lot of Nigerians may be assuaged. You see, before you register a political party, the steps are: one, you form an association. So they form an association, National Nigerian Democratic Congress, NDC. Then you will write a letter of intent to INEC and say to INEC that we have formed this association, desirous to be registered as a political party. This is the name of the association, this is the acronym of the association, and this is the logo of the association. Kindly open the portal for us so that we apply in the portal by filling form EC 15A. This is the form that you must fill if you want to register you. Now, NDC wrote to INEC this letter of intent. INEC then wrote back to NDC, said that, look, NDC, this your registration intent, we cannot continue with it because your logo is different, is similar to other political parties and political associations. Therefore, we cannot continue with you. Then the law says that if INEC writes you such a letter, within 14 days you should go to court. But NDC now wrote back to INEC and said, INEC, reconsider your position. INEC did not answer. After about a month or so, he wrote again. He said, we are giving you 1 month, 1 week to reconsider. INEC did not answer. And then NDC picked this letter and went to court. And with that letter, the court said NDC had fulfilled all the requirements of the Constitution, all the requirements of the Electoral Act, and all the guidelines. Which is not true, because until you fill the form EC15, where 1, you upload the name of your party, 2, you upload its acronym, 3, you upload the logo, 4, you upload the Constitution, 5, you upload the manifesto, 6, you upload the executive members, national executive members. 7, you upload the fee. You have to even pay a fee and get the receipt for INEC to give you the code, the access code to access the portal. You have to upload it. You have to upload 29 documents for you to be attend that you have applied. NDC did not do that. NDC did not pay. NDC did not fill that form. NDC did not do anything. NDC just took 1 letter to court, and the court said, you have fulfilled everything. If NDC can mislead the court, if NDC can beguile the gullible Nigerians, NDC would not do that to INEC because INEC knows the truth.
Mr. Ardo.
INEC knows that NDC did not apply. Once they come with that letter, with that judgment, INEC ought to have resisted and appeal.
Okay. And
but
NDC
INEC refused to appeal.
NDC is very bad. I mean, what they did.
INEC just said we will not appeal and we will give you certificate, and INEC went ahead to give you certificate. But the important thing to know is that NDC got this judgment on the 3rd of December, while the process was still going on. The visitation did not take place. The visitation took place on the 8th and 10th of December. 1 week after NDC had already gotten his judgment and is keeping it, with INEC. And INEC knew the judgment was there, but INEC kept quiet. NDC kept quiet until the whole process finished. And then in February, INEC announced that she's registering NDC on the basis of court judgment.
I mean, you have talked about the infraction. Mr. Ardo, I have to come in here. Mr. Ardo, I have to come in here.
Somebody got judgment with just 1 letter.
Mr. Ardo, I have to come in here. Mr. Ardo,
and this is why I say, even if all Nigerians will accept that, I will not accept because it was received.
Mr. Ardo, I have to come in here.
Not within the law.
Can you hear me? Please, I have to come in here. Yes, and this is bad, and this is this, and this is that. I mean, I totally get your point. I mean, you're irate. But I'd like to ask you, what's your business? Why don't you leave INEC to fight their fights? And secondly, why is it that it's after Obi joined the party, you started all of this? Yeah. Why don't you leave INEC to fight their fight? Why is it that it's after Obi joined the party that you started this fight? Is it about Obi or about NDC? Because I'm like, your party wasn't registered. Why don't you just leave them alone? Why don't you allow INEC do the fights? Is it about Obi?
A day after INEC announced NDC's registration, I was here on this your studio. I was opposing it on the 6th of February. So it is not about Obi. It is not at all whatsoever. What was my business with Obi? What's my business with Kwankwaso? And when I had these facts, I communicated to, I don't have Obi's line to discuss with him directly, but I communicated to all those who have been close to Obi, telling them to tell him that if they are considering going to another political party, there are other political parties to go in, not NDC, because this is the problem NDC is facing. And I sat down with Kwankwaso and I told him. And when I also called him a day or two before they move in, I also told him that these are the problems that this NDC is facing. But they refused. They went and entered. So the fact that they entered does not mean that it has changed the situation. The situation is as bad as it has always been.
Okay. Well,
so I have no motive whatsoever other than to stop, a national fraud on the country.
Okay.
You cannot come through this way and expect people to vote for you.
Sir, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. I don't think you got Rufai's question. Rufai is telling you that you are a busybody intervening in NDC matter. Even your own party, ADA, they have said you are on your own. So this looks like a busybody intervention. What do you stand to lose? If,
you mean to tell me that what is affecting the country? What is affecting the country?
Okay,
I should keep quiet.
How do you incur damages? That's what a busybody action is.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you. When in the tribunal, sanctioned INEC's 2023 elections and then said that it was right, didn't Nigerians complain? Didn't Nigerians say that INEC was wrong? Didn't Nigerians castigate the judiciary? It is the same thing. The judiciary has messed up and INEC refused to comply, refused to appeal to this, and INEC became complicit. So we have been accusing INEC of complicity in so many things. Why are we not going to accuse INEC on this complicity? We cannot have double standard. We cannot pick and choose what to oppose and what to accept when we know what is wrong is wrong and what is right is right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. When the matter goes to the court, it will be for the court to determine